Hi, it's Logan from Sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to take a look at the Dreamcloud Mattress. It's a hybrid construction that's delivered compressed in a bag. Dreamcloud is a brand new mattress, so I'm excited to get my first look at it. And we're going to put it through a few tests during this review and give some recommendations at the end. However, if you were looking for a personal recommendation, please leave a comment on the video with some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Now we're going to jump into the review with the construction of the mattress, and we're going to start with the cover. The cover is a cashmere and polyester blend. It gives it a soft, kind of luxurious feel to it. You can also see that it's quilted, so it has some foam right in the cover to provide some immediate pressure relief as you lie down on the mattress. So now let's take a look at the layers of the mattress. The Dreamcloud mattress is a hybrid construction of foam and coil layers. It stands 15 inches tall, which is a really high profile for a bed-in-a-box or compressed mattress such as this. To give you a better sense of the layers of the Dreamcloud, I've cut into the mattress. However, I do not recommend that you do the same. Please just take my word for it on this one. We've already talked about the quilted cover, which has some gel memory foam and super soft foam quilted into it to provide immediate pressure relief. And below that, we have another layer of super soft foam here. As you can see, it's going to allow you to sink in for pressure relief. It has a quick response to pressure though, so you're not going to feel stuck when you're sinking into the mattress. Below that, we have a thin layer of latex foam. The latex foam is known for having some bounce to it, so again, you're not going to feel stuck in the mattress, even though it is pretty soft. Also, it's aerated to allow airflow through the mattress for some temperature regulation and cooling. And along that same note, latex is known for dissipating body heat, so this layer is going to help a lot with the cooling of the mattress. Below that, we have a thicker layer of support foam. This foam is still pretty soft, so it's going to allow you to sink in still. However, it has a quick response to pressure, and it is a bit firmer than the layers above it, so you're really seeing a transition from the super soft layers that are quilted into the cover of the Dreamcloud, moving through to the firmer support layers of the mattress, which is made up of this pocketed coil system. Now the pocketed coils are going to provide great support and bounce to the mattress, as you can see there, and they're also individually wrapped, so they're going to kind of work alone, which is going to help with the isolation of motion across the mattress. We're going to take a look at that later on in the review. Another thing that pocketed coils do is create some airspace in the mattress, which is going to allow airflow through, again, for temperature regulation and cooling. Now you can also see that wrapped around the entirety of the mattress, around the pocketed coil system, is a polyfoam edge support layer. It's a firm material, so that's going to help support your weight as you get close to the side of the mattress, so you can sleep all the way to the edge of the bed without worrying about compressing the side of the Dreamcloud rolling out of bed. And finally at the base, there is some polyfoam here. However, it really just acts to be the foundation of the mattress, something that the support coils can kind of push off of. So now that we've taken a look at the construction of the Dreamcloud, I wanted to give you an idea of the feel and firmness of the mattress. So I'm going to start by pressing into the cover. The first thing I feel is that super soft material that's quilted into the cover, allowing me to sink in for some immediate pressure relief. Now as I add a bit more pressure, try to bounce on the mattress a bit, you start to interact with the firmer support layers beneath that. So it's a really nice combination of that comfort on top with the support layers further down in the mattress. So I'm going to lie down on the mattress here. Now once I'm on my back on the Dreamcloud, my weight's pretty evenly distributed across the entire mattress. So I don't feel like I'm sinking into the mattress too much. I definitely feel more on top of the mattress. I do, however, feel that the quilted cover is kind of filling that space beneath my lower back, which is really nice for back sleepers. It's keeping my back in a good position here. Again, as I feel more on top of the mattress than I do like I'm sinking into it, I can change positions really easily without feeling stuck. So I'm going to roll onto my side. Side sleepers want to be extra conscious of the increased pressure from a higher weight concentration over lower surface area. A lot of side sleepers complain about issues with pressure at the hips and shoulders, two kind of problem areas for a lot of side sleepers. We're going to take a closer look at pressure later on in the review. However, I did want to mention I do feel a little bit of increased pressure at my shoulder, but nothing crazy overall. The top portion here is pretty soft, so it's going to allow you to sink in for some pressure relief. But again, we'll take a closer look at pressure later on. We'll roll on my stomach. If you're a stomach sleeper, you want to be really aware of what your hips are doing when lying on a mattress. If a mattress is able to keep your hips up, it's going to put your back in a straight line, good position, so you won't wake up with those aches and pains in your lower back. And I would say on the Dreamcloud that I feel that this mattress is doing a really good job of keeping my hips from sinking into the mattress. My weight is pretty evenly distributed, so I don't feel like I'm pushing too far into the mattress. So doing a good job of keeping my spine aligned in a good position. In my opinion, this mattress is kind of on the firmer side of a medium firmness, so in that 7.5 out of 10 range or so. But if you would like a wider variety of opinions on the firmness of this mattress and a little bit more description on the feel of it, you can check out the written review at Sleepopolis.com. Instead of just describing the feel of the Dreamcloud to you, I wanted to give you a visual representation of where pressure points might form while lying on the mattress. So to do that, I placed this pressure map on top. I'm going to lie down on it in a few different positions, and you can see the results next to me, ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. So I'm going to start on my back. Roll onto my side. Try a few positions here on my side. Finally on my stomach. Alright guys, just want to give you a quick idea of what the bounce of the Dreamcloud will be like. I have this 10-pound steel ball. I'm dropping it here. You can see it does have a little bit of bounce back to it. It has that latex foam, some of those quicker responding foams, as well as the support coils beneath it. Give a little bounce to the mattress. Now I'm going to also run a motion transfer test. So I'm going to drop this ball from 4, 8, and 12 inches. And this should give you an idea of how much disturbance is going to be transferred from one side of the mattress to the other. And you'll see the results pop up next to the ball here. Finally, the last drop from 12 inches. So now that we have all the results up on screen, you can see that this mattress does have, in my opinion, very good ability to isolate motion. So if someone's kind of rolling around in the middle of the night on the other side of the mattress or hops into bed, it's not going to cause too much disturbance to the other sleeper while they're in bed at night. A lot of people buying a mattress will want to know if they're going to feel like they're more on top of, or like they're sinking into the mattress. As I mentioned before, I felt like I was more on top of the Dreamcloud, but to get a wider variety of kind of how you might sink into the mattress, I laid out these 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities, simulate different body parts, and we're going to check to see how far into the mattress they sink. So for the 6-pound ball, found about 1.5 inches sinkage. The 10-pound steel ball, which is the densest ball, a little over 2 inches. For the 50-pound medicine ball, it's filled with sand. Simulates kind of a heavier body part. We found 4.5 inches of sinkage, and for the 100-pound medicine ball, which is kind of, if you're heavier, the center of your body, it's about 5.5 inches of sinkage. So what we see here is on the lighter side of things, a little bit more sinkage than normal, what I would expect from these lighter balls. However, a little bit less sinkage on the larger balls, the 50 and the 100-pound balls. So that kind of shows is that the softer materials on top, the quilted cover, the super soft foams on top, allow you to sink in pretty quickly. However, the support system below is firm enough that it's going to support you there, and it's just that the lighter balls aren't really sinking into the mattress far enough to kind of interact with that firmer layer, the support layers. So if you are on the lighter side of things, you won't really interact with the firmer layers, so you might feel at those points it's a bit of a softer mattress. However, the support really kicks in for the heavier balls, which kind of go through the softer foams and get to the firmer layer. If you plan on sharing your bed with a partner, you need to use the entire surface area of the mattress. Edge support is something you're going to want to take a look at. Some of the new bed-in-a-box mattresses, the compressed mattresses, can struggle at times to live up to the edge support you might be used to on a traditional innerspring. So I wanted to get a closer look at the Dreamcloud and how it performs on the side here. So I'm lying near the edge of the mattress. On my back, I feel really well supported over here. It's a similar feeling to the center of the mattress, which is great. As I get really close to the side here, You see some compression through those top layers of foam, the softer layers. That's to be expected out of softer foams, so nothing too surprising there. As I roll over onto my side, kind of hang off the mattress a little bit. Again, we see compression through the top foams, but the support system below is holding up really well, so you can see that kind of difference between the softer foams on top, and then you have the edge support that wraps around the whole mattress, as well as the pocketed coil system, which do a really good job of supporting my weight. As I sit up on the side of the mattress here, think maybe putting your shoes on in the morning or getting into bed at night. This might not be like really the most important position for you when selecting a mattress. However, it does show an increased weight over one surface area on the side of the bed. See how that holds up. And again, compressing through the softer foams, nothing to be too surprising there. However, you can see that the lower layers of the mattress, that edge support foam that wraps around the side, as well as the pocketed coils, do a really good job of supporting my weight in this position. All right, just to give you some basic information about the Dreamcloud, there's a 365-day trial period, an everlong or lifetime warranty, and it ships free and will arrive compressed in a bag. I should also mention that a professional cleaning comes with your purchase of a Dreamcloud mattress. It's available after 1 year of ownership. Now, who would recommend this mattress to? Our back and stomach sleepers. I found that the Dreamcloud did a great job of keeping my hips up from sinking into the mattress, allowing my back to be in a good position, which is great for back and stomach sleepers. I'd also recommend this mattress as it has a luxury feel at a value. Now, the cashmere polyester cover is quilted, gives a really luxurious feel, and the mattress comes in at a competitive price in the market, and with the lifetime warranty is a great value as this thing is built to last. And finally, I would recommend this mattress to couples. We saw really great performance during the motion transfer and edge support portions of the review, which are the two tests that I really point to if you're looking for a recommendation for couples. Now, those are just some general recommendations, but if you want to get a little bit more specific, we'll have some example people. Let's think of a 130-pound woman. She's a side sleeper, and she's really looking to sink into the mattress and get some of that contouring feeling you might find out of a memory foam. While this mattress does allow you to sink in a little bit with the softer layers on top, as well as a really thin layer of memory foam, you don't get that contouring feel. And if she sinks through to the support layers of the mattress, she's going to feel it a bit firmer, so might feel some pressure at the shoulders, so might not be the best person, the most ideal sleeper for this mattress. However, if you're looking at, let's say, a 250-pound man, he's a back sleeper, he sleeps a little bit hot, I think this would be a great fit for him, as the quilted cover would fill in that space beneath his lower back, which is great for back sleepers, as well as the strong support system below, as he is a bit of a bigger guy, to support him well, and the latex layer in the mattress and the pocketed coil system are great for temperature regulation and cooling, as I mentioned during the construction portion of the review. Now, those are some really specific recommendations. However, if you're looking for a personal recommendation, please be sure to leave a note below with some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Now, that's it for the review today. However, please be sure to subscribe to the Sleepopolis channel, as we're going to keep putting out more content which is going to help you with your mattress search. Have a nice day.